Hello everyone and welcome back to another great episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Today we're going to be making Katchories. Now I'm going to be making Katchories using boiled potatoes, and I've got Moong Daal or Moong Daal here. This is what they look like. They're tiny when they're raw, so I just kind of soaked it for about an hour, and then I boiled it with the potatoes, and then once the potatoes were done I shredded it up. Now something about Kachoris is that everybody makes Kachoris differently. Every household loves it differently. I make it out of Moong Daal. I also love making it out of Masoor Dal, so I'll show you that one sometime in the future. But this is my basic recipe. So basically you can use the flour recipe, and then for the stuffing you can use whatever you like. So here let's go ahead and just talk about the dough ingredients first, and then I'll show you what I put into the stuffing to make it really tasty. So I have 2 cups of white flour here. To that we're going to be adding about 3 tablespoons of oil and salt. And then we're going to be binding that dough with water until it's really nice and pliable. Soft, but not very soft. And then for our stuffing here, I'm not doing a tarka. I'm not currying it at all. For this one, I'm just going to be adding it because I think the Moong Daal itself has so much flavor in it that I'm just going to add all the mixture from the top. So we're going to be adding ginger and garlic. We're going to be adding about, I would say, a tablespoon of ginger and garlic. Half a teaspoon of my habanero and bell pepper chutney. You can also add green chutney in here. I've got some frozen. It's not defrosted yet, so I'm just gonna leave that out. But if you have it and you want to put it in there, perfect. We're gonna be adding some cumin powder in here and coriander powder. They're both grinded together. I got some lemon pepper, about half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. I've got about half a teaspoon of mango powder. Citric acid to your taste, and then we're also going to be adding some dried parsley in there. Now what would be really great with this would be fresh coriander. I am out of fresh coriander today, so I don't have any in the house. I have some frozen one. We'll see, maybe I'll get some out and throw some in there. So now I'm using citric acid in there because I don't want to make my mixture watery or runny or too moist. So this is why I'm not putting fresh lime or lemon in it. So let's get started with making the dough, because for the dough we're going to at least need it to have it rest for at least 20, 25, 30 minutes before we start making these. And I've got about 3 cups of oil on the stove, and that is going to be for us to be frying those in. So I'm just gonna mix this oil and salt with my flour really well. And I like doing this. It's just been doing this forever. So till it has like a couple crumbs in there. Then slowly I'm gonna start adding water. And you don't want to add a lot of water in here. You just want to start off slowly, just as needed. And this should make about 20. Now when I say 20, it's not gonna make exactly 20. I mean, if it does, great, but sometimes some people make them bigger, smaller, so it really depends. So when I say it makes 10, relatively around 10. Okay, so our dough is all ready. Okay, you just want to mix this enough to where your bowl should be completely clean from any other dough. So no stickiness in the dough. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're just gonna take this dough, put it in here, cover it, leave it for about 20 minutes. Now let's go ahead and quickly get done with our filling. So this is really a quick dish, and I'm just gonna use the same bowl here. So into my bowl goes my moong dal and my shredded potatoes. This is really great finger foods too, just on the go if you need something just to pick up, and it goes great with any chutney. You can serve it with tamarind chutney, you can serve it with coconut chutney, or even if you eat really spicy, the habanero chutney would be great too, but for me that's just a bit too spicy. So in goes our ginger and garlic, about a teaspoon, a fourth of a teaspoon of the habanero and bell pepper chutney. Give that a mix. You want to make this filling really tasty. So once you're done adding everything in, just do a taste test and adjust it to your palate. So I put in the coriander and cumin powder, and then I put in the lemon pepper. There goes my amchur powder, and citric acid is a must. I love it. And in goes our parsley, and this is just gonna add some color. We're just gonna mix all this up, and then we're gonna do a quick taste test just to make sure that all the flavors have come through. And so okay, so I'm just gonna really good. It is missing some chili though, and so I'm not gonna add too much, just a little bit of the habanero chutney. And then we're just gonna wait, cover this up. We're gonna wait another 15-18 minutes so that our dough is nicely rested. When we come back, I'm gonna have my oil all heated up. We're gonna start rolling those kachories and frying them up. So here we've had our dough sitting, and what I did here is I had a head start on it, but what you want to do is you want to make a roll, and you want to take out small pieces, just like so. They should be even, so I usually kind of feel them just around and just know. There you go. Okay. And then what you want to do is you just want to roll it around your palms just a little bit, just like that. And then just start with your fingers. So don't really need a rolling pin for this. Now I made some with just for decoration purposes, just put some dried parsley on it. And this is totally optional. If you want to do it, go ahead. If you don't, that's fine. Okay, so you just want to make a little round, just about, I would say, close to 2 to 3 inches. And then what you want to do is you want to take your hand and you want to put it right on top of it, just like that, just like a hat. Then you want to take your filling, and you want to take about 1 teaspoon or about 1.5 teaspoon and just stuff it in there, just like that. See? Then what you're going to do, you're just going to bring all that together, just like that. And you're going to close it up, just like so. Then take your palm, put this in the middle, take your palm and just press it so you know that it's sealed completely. Okay, so I'm going to show you one more. Just rub it, just in your hand, just like that. Make a disc. And then this one I'm going to do is just a plain one. Okay, just like so. Just like a hat. Put it right on, just so make a round. Set it in there. with the filling, and just with the spoon, just dab it in there, just like that. And then it'll just come together, see? If you have a little bit more dough, just take it out, not a big deal. If you don't, that's fine, whatever works. Again, take your palm and just flatten it out, just so that it's done. So then what you want to do is you want to take a little bit of your dough and drop it into the oil, just like so, and see how it's sizzling. That's perfect. So I'm going to start adding them into my oil. Okay. And you just want to keep an eye on it until they're really nice and golden brown. So I've got some sitting right here that are done, and you want to put it on a paper towel. And I'm going to break one just so that you can see it's still really hot. I'm going to exchange it for one that's a little... Okay, it's really hot. See that? And that's how it's supposed to look. And as far as trying it, all good. The whole thing, to me, really depends on how tasty you make the filling inside. That's the whole point. If the filling is tasty, it's gonna turn out amazing. And you can serve these with red chutney, tamarind, coconut chutney, habanero chutney, whatever you like. But I'm telling you, these are totally amazing. So I did not wait for the video to close just because these will take a while for them to fry up. But as long as you know that you're just gonna keep on turning them and make sure that they don't become too golden. And this is exactly the color you want them. Then you should have great Kachoris. So thank you for joining me on this episode of Raihana's Cuisines. Hope you can join me here next time with another great video. Thank you, friends.